moment in the Indian cricket team because for the first time in the series, they have managed to take a lead. Yes, it is a 28-run lead after they were bowled out for 263. Ajaz Patel continuing his love affair in the Wankhede with another 5-wicket haul. He now has 19 wickets in 3 innings here. But Shubman Gill's 90, Rishabh Pant's aggressive 50, and a cameo from Washington Sundar after yet another, you may say, a middle order or a lower middle order collapse has ensured that the test match is poised 50-50 at this point in time, because India would have expected to have a lead of 80, 90, 100 runs because of the start that they had. But yet again, a collapse of 6 for 67 ensured that, okay, there is more trouble at this point. But Washington Sundar, credit to him for rotating the strike, credit to him for ensuring that, yes, India got a lead of 28 runs. But Akashdeep, what the hell was he doing? Because so casual in turning back, it could have made a difference of 15, 20 runs more. But so casual, it was so very casual that he was just short of the crease. And that is why 28 runs, New Zealand will kind of be happy, but they'll also be sad that, okay, they conceded the lead. They're anyway going to have to ensure that they bat out of their skins to give India a target in excess of 200. But will India be happy about this situation? I don't think so. Will New Zealand be happy about it? Not really. It is a very middling situation at this point. What do you think, Shashwat?
So, sir, I think the writing is very much on the wall of a whitewash that has not happened in India till now.
Really?
And I'll tell you why I feel so. I know even though India is sort of not in a commanding situation, but yeah, just have them just a little bit noses ahead in that sense in the game. But the problem is that since yesterday, I still remember the Gautam, the venue sent at night watchman. I think since then, the mindset of the Indian team looks really, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand has to do. So in that sense, I feel it's really there's so much confusion just to maintain the right left combination. You push the Sarfaraz Khan little down the order, and then Shubman Gill sort of getting those 90 runs, but there is no certain plan that the Indian team in that sense is sort of trying to follow, and that is why I feel New Zealand 200. You said 200 that they would try to give India a target of 200. That means 220 odd runs maybe by the end of second session tomorrow. If they get to that, I think 200 would be a total that India. It's going to be very difficult for India to chase that down. 170, anything in excess of 150. As soon as the score, the lead goes in excess of 150, I think India will start to feel the pressure. And now again, the same situation comes ahead of India of what sort of field will the Indian team want to give, which the problems we have been seeing in the last two test matches also. That are you going to protect runs? Do you want them to not score many runs, or will the Indian team want to try and to go and take wickets by giving an attacking field? But the problem in that will be that they will have easy singles and easy runs would come at a very higher pace in that sense.
See, I can understand the sentiment. Okay, like for example, 28-run lead is not that much, but still a lead is a lead. I can understand the sentiment that why you are sensing a whitewash, because two cluster collapses on day 1 and day 2. One cluster collapse happened after the Yashasvi Jaiswal fell. You lost 3 wickets for 6 runs. When Rishabh Pant fell, today's session, if you look at the first session today, India had dominated the session. For the first time, India dominated a session after Bengaluru, if you look at it. Pune, I doubt they dominated any session, but in Bengaluru, they had dominated the first
one session
on day 4.
Yeah.
But then after that, you saw a cluster collapse of 7 for 54. Here, after Rishabh Pant fell, he got a life. That too, Matt Henry dropped him. But then after getting that life, he didn't capitalize on it much. He fell for a 60. He also, I think, took a review for a NBW. That didn't happen. So that is why 6 for 67. Another cluster collapse that ensured from 180 for 3, you kind of slipped to 247 for 9. But then you got a good partnership that Washington Sundar tried. Ashwin failed. Sundar was looking good in this particular instance. Jadeja failed. Sarfaraz. Now, many people will be talking about Sarfaraz because, see, he's born and brought up on these kind of Mumbai wickets. I mean, that is a general perception, isn't it? Mumbai, red soil, he's always managed to ensure that, yes, he's given you runs. here, both occasions against spin, he has struggled.
Yeah.
Be it, except for Bengaluru, where he was dismissed by pace. In Pune, he struggled against spin. Here, he struggled against spin. Now, in the fourth innings, India will have to bat last. Now, the hope is that under 100, you restrict New Zealand to under 100, then you can chase the total down and there'll be not much of a problem. But now, the issue is, can India ensure that they get the fields right? Because in Pune, they gave up. They gave up in Pune, but here, India will be boosted by the fact that many people are saying, 28 run lead is equivalent to a 50-75 run lead. But I doubt this is happening because as the game progresses, it will become much more difficult to bat on. So, a lot of criticism will be about Sarfaraz for the kind of shot that he had for his technique against spin.
I was about to get to that also, but again, I feel Sarfaraz, definitely he's a concern in that sense. But not too long back did he score that 150 runs also. Again, I think it's about the low-hanging fruit everyone wants to go after. But I think the problem is massive apart from Sarfaraz. I think Sarfaraz is just a very small part of that problem. The larger problem, what I see, is that the Indian team looks out of sorts in that sense. Many decisions haven't gone the right way. See again, if the planning would have been a little better, then I don't think then what actually Siraj did yesterday, the review that he took, then I think it would have been a little better planning would have been there. Sarfaraz also being part of that. And once the atmosphere in the team is such that there is so much confusion, so much haragiri, then I think it sort of rubs off on the other people also. This is when the senior players need to take control of the things. But the problem is the senior players in Rohit and Virat, both of them haven't gotten runs, so they have other problems to deal with as far as their personal game is concerned as compared to what is going on in the team. Again, you might just end up dropping Sarfaraz, but I don't think that is going to solve your problem of doing well at home against New Zealand in the test series. You drop KL Rahul, nothing much changed. Now you'll drop Sarfaraz again, get in a KL Rahul again that will also not change when.
Okay, so Rookie Techie saying Sarfaraz has more failures than success. 150 plus score in losing cause should not be selection criteria. Even unprecedented part is more consistently. Oh, why is it not stopping? It is more consistent as Sarfaraz. Sarfaraz looks like gully cricketer. Okay, again, I understand the frustration because 3 consecutive matches after that, 3 consecutive innings, he has failed. Tougher challenges await Sarfaraz. Let's be very honest about it. Tougher challenges will await him. Now, Priyanshu is saying, Rohit Virat are awfully out of form. Disappointed that Sarfaraz struggling in spin. Is it the last time bowling in a home test for Ravichandran Ashwin, sensing a 3-0? Well, the camera did pan very closely to Ravichandran Ashwin. Is it his last test at home? I don't know. I don't want to speculate upon it because, see, I understand that India are not playing a home test until October 2025 when West Indies come for 2
But
tests.
will it be just the last test match for just Ashwin alone or some other player?
If India don't make it to the WTC final, then there will be change. Anyway, if you lose Mumbai, it will be a catastrophe for 2 reasons. One,
there is no chance after that.
You have to win 4 out of 5 in Australia. 4 out of 5 in Australia.
Which you've never done.
Which you've never ever done in history.
In the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. So Vikas Jaiswal is accusing us of double standards because New Zealand collapsed for 76 for 7 in first innings. But Vikas Jaiswal, refresh your memory. Who is ahead in the series? If we could analyze the fact that if India were 2-0 and New Zealand were 76 for 7 in the first innings, then sure, then New Zealand deserve all the criticism whether they anyway can't play spin, right? But here they have won the crucial battles at every single point in time. So that is why, for once, I would just suggest you to see the holistic picture because New Zealand have collapsed. It's not as if they have absolutely run away with the match. Even in Pune, they collapsed on day 4. But then they won those crucial battles. India's collapses have been far more pronounced than New Zealand. In Bangalore, they didn't collapse. In Pune, only 1 innings they collapsed. Here they collapsed because the pitch was absolutely dancing around like anything. So that is the current situation there. And I think we have taken most of the questions.
We'll have a longer discussion in the post-match show.
Prasad is saying that Akashdeep run out may turn out to be crucial. May have gotten about 20-30 runs more the way Washi was. Absolutely, Prasad.
Washi really took on the bowling.
Yes, that is why Akashdeep was so casual in getting back. Like, if there was a lead of 20-30 runs more, I would have said 70-30 in India's advantage. But now it's very 50-50 at this point in time. So, Dipanjan Chade, why can't others apply what Gill applied? I wish we had an answer to that, but then we'll have a longer discussion in the post-match when all four of us will be around. So the second innings has begun. New Zealand are 2 for no loss with Akashdeep opening the bowling. Let's see how they apply themselves and how whether they can set India target of 200. Let's see how that pans out. So from me and Shashwat, it is bye-bye. See you for the post-match where we'll have a long, lengthy discussion on India's chances in the Mumbai test. So join us for that either at 4:30 or 5, depending on whether they finish their overs on time. Bye-bye.